Hi, everybody. I'm Mike. This is a bunch of Guns and Gear Reviews, and you are listening to The Right of the People, where we use the first to defend the second every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. So uncover your keyboards and fire up your fingers. Time to join the conversation.
Hey everybody, good to see you here. Welcome to my 1,000 sub giveaway drawing extravaganza. Well, okay, maybe it's not quite so grand as all that, but I got some free stuff to give away. If you guys are a longtime follower of the channel, like long time, like 4 months ago, I was at 400 some subs, and YouTube's wanted to change their content. Not their content, but their policies on monetization, and you had to reach 1,000 subs plus 4,000 hours of watch time. And I still had the watch time, but I wasn't there as far as the subs went. Anyhow, I announced a 1,000 subscriber giveaway in an effort to get there. And eventually, I got there. Well, when I did get there, I rocketed past 1,000 subs so quickly, right to 1,400, that I didn't really have a chance to catch up with it and do the drawing, because that shot up over the weekend, and I was caught completely by surprise. I hadn't expected it to come that quickly, and then they had me working this afternoon stuff, so I haven't had a chance to do it until now. So what my plan is tonight, as per that video, I am going to give away 5 these puppies right here. More Knife Companion in a custom leather sheath done by me. You have to get your own ferro rod. I am not including that. So basically, this is what you're going to get. I haven't made them yet, so if you want something a little bit different from this, I can do. This is a dangler sheath, and it has a belt loop on the back and a place to put your ferro rod. So, matter of fact, you know what? Let's get the first one of those right out of the way right here. Let me go to the YouTube random comment picker.
Wait, dude, I just realized something.
What?
I had a really good reason for not commenting 4 months ago.
Why's that?
4 months ago and 4 days is when my dad croaked. That's why I missed that video.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, thank you. Starting to get over it. But anyway, that's why I didn't comment, so please don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. You rotten so-and-so. Anyhow, let's go ahead and start this off with the YouTube random comment picker. And the first winner of a More Knife Companion in custom leather sheath is the Sergeant FU channel. So, whoever you are, get in touch with me, or actually I'll try to get in touch with you. I'll find you via your comment and get in touch with you, let you know you won the first More Knife Companion. A little bit later, we will do the next one. All right. So let me see. Sergeant FU. Channel. Congratulations to you, buddy. All right. I want to go ahead and say hello to everybody out there on the YouTube's side. Let's see, who do we got here tonight? We got Clint Torres, General Relativity, Grim 90, Roosted Films, Roll Call, who is on the panel, and Rupin RX. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming by. Oh, wait, no. Let me show chat. What am I doing? This is what happens when I'm trying to minimize things and run 3 different things at once. There we go. Show chat. Well, I do have multiple mods, but they're not here.
Monitors.
Oh, monitors. Yeah. No kidding. I do. Maybe someday I'll become technologically adept enough to manage something like that. And over on the Gun Channel side, we got Rich White, General Relativity, and G was over there.
G's there. He just sort of floats around.
Yeah. G's always there, is he? Speaking of here, the very first person here on YouTube's was John Brown Productions. So John Brown, just for being first, you get one of these most handsomest stickers in the world. And not to let go the gun websites, the gun channel side. G was the first over there. So G, you're now the proud owner of a Budget Guns and Gear Review sticker just for being first. I'm going to turn off my camera because, well, kind of self-conscious about that on the live. I mean, it doesn't bother me on produced stuff, but live, yeah, I don't like it. Anyhow. Yeah, Clint Torres says multitasking can be a bitch. He's absolutely right. All right. You know, obviously the elephant in the room today is the shooting in Santa Fe. First off, you know, as always, my heart goes out to the families of the victims and the victims themselves. I'm not going to talk about this too much today because, you know, I know Clover was on for a couple hours and those guys beat it to death.
Yeah, dude, we were doing it for 2 freaking hours.
Yeah. So I'm not going to really spend a lot of time on that, but you know, it's one of those things that you kind of have to mention. And you know, I think that Matt from NEA had a very good very good point when he's wondering how long this is going to take to die, since, you know, it doesn't seem to fit the narrative too well as far as the you know, the weapons used or not used and whatnot. And then, you know, Rich, I think it was Rich, had a really good point in, well, the royal wedding's tomorrow, so, you know, this will be forgotten by tomorrow. And, you know, I hate to say that, you know, I hope so, because, you know, you don't want to hope that a tragedy like this is forgotten and out of everyone's minds. However, you know, the usual suspects are already lined up to do the usual things. Case in point.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Case in point, piece in Breitbart just today, Hillary Clinton, Santa Fe school shooting should inspire soul searching and gun control. From a tweet by Pantsuit, every day that we fail to act on gun violence, we're failing our children. This should be a day for soul searching across America. And that soul searching should be matched with legislating to begin dealing with this national shame. Clinton did not name any particular gun controls, but her past support for gun laws has centered on a ban of assault weapons and high-capacity, quote-unquote, magazines, and the implementation of universal background checks, none of which would have prevented the Texas school gunman from carrying out his evil deed, as he used a .38 special revolver and a shotgun that were legally owned by his father. It's not unusual for Clinton to make a push for gun control after a high-profile firearm-based crime, and that often translates into pushing gun laws that would not have prevented the very crime that inspired her comments. For example, she responded to the October 1st, 2017 by criticizing firearm suppressors and then pending legislation that would have removed suppressors from the auspices of the National Firearms Act. Ironically, suppressors were not even used in the Las Vegas attack, which is the same thing that I'm pretty sure they're going to still continue to go after the AR-15 here, even though there wasn't one within sight. You know, as I've said, the usual suspects are already lined up to do the usual things. Rich White says...
So what I think is going to happen...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Say Rich's thing. He's the 1%.
Rich says that she's right. Let's pass legislation and get rid of gun-free zones. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what I think is going to happen is it's going to be out of the news until the next time somebody wants to use it as a point. You know, like the shooting, the would-be shooting in Illinois 8 days ago that was stopped by a resource officer before anybody got killed.
Yep.
You know, that was brought up maybe twice, and that was by friendly news outlets, as it were.
Yeah.
And the first I've seen it on CNN was today when they're saying, oh, this comes just 8 days after the last time somebody took a gun to school. And I'm like, this is the first time you're bringing this up, you gigantic swamp twat.
Well, you know, if it bleeds, it leads. And if it doesn't bleed, then they don't want anything to do with it. Particularly if it harms the advancement of their own agenda. You know, as the school resource officer preventing a tragedy harms their agenda. Whereas this even though this was, I believe, stopped by a school resource officer, there was still some damage done. So this furthers the agenda a little bit, although not as much as if, the kid had used an AR-15. If he'd used an AR-15, this would be trumpeted from the heavens for weeks. The Parkland kids would be jumping on top of it, even though they already are a little bit, I guess. It's just, I don't know. It's the same shit from the same people trying to further the same agenda. And it's unfortunate that we have to talk about it. We have to point out what they're doing. We have to be the counterbalance to the attacks that they're throwing out. And we know they're going to continue to throw out each and every time that something like this happens. We can't just, take time to grieve. We can't just take time to feel bad for the people involved and express our condolences. It's a damn shame that we have to immediately jump on the counterattack. Rich says, I must be tired. I said Hitler was right.
Do you think this will lead to more the marches to give away rights and all that? You think that this will jumpstart all that mess again?
I don't think so. And I don't think so because a 38 and a shotgun isn't sexy enough.
It's not the weapon of choice for the anti-grabbers, the anti-gun grabbers.
Yeah, exactly. G Webb says, thanks for hosting. Hey, no problem, man. My pleasure. Thank you for providing the Gun Channel's venue to simulcast too. Speaking of which, I don't know if you caught it, G, but you want a sticker just for being first over there on Gun Channels. Just FYI. And you come on in over here. Good to see you, G. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, no problem. I don't know if you caught it, but you want a sticker because you were first on Gun Channels.
Oh, sweet. One of yours?
Yep, one of mine.
Right on. Send me a couple. Yeah, I'll put them in pictures.
Oh, you betcha. You betcha. I'll send you a mess of them. I still got a mess of them. Anyway, we're just touching because you kind of have to on the Texas school shooting thing. I'm not planning to spend a whole lot of time on it because, you guys talked about it, kind of beat it to death today already. And, I was just remarking upon how it's sad that we can't even take time to process it. We can't even take time to feel bad about it. We can't take time to express our condolences. We can't take time to do any of that stuff without also having to immediately jump on the counterattack because of the usual antics by the usual suspects. All coming out with their usual prepared crap for things like this.
Well said. They're going to use it. They're going to exploit it. They're going to use it as an opportunity to say whatever they're going to say. If we do nothing and just stand there and listen to it, then their wrong position and incorrect facts pervade. And if we say anything, not only do we look like we're somehow justifying the atrocity, but we also just take a toll on our souls. Like you say, we can't even just have sympathy and outreach to the families and to the kids everywhere because the exploiters have to immediately take it to a political issue. We can't just talk about, wow, look at how well the police got there, and let's all take a moment and talk to our kids about how quickly everyone in the town, everyone in the country is concerned about this. 300 and something million people came to a dead stop to make sure these couple of kids are okay because of a bad thing. And, we'll move on like we do before. But no, they take it to political because they're exploiters and they do not care about anything, societal, moral, anything.
Yep. And yet,
with you, G.
And yet, if we do go on the counterattack, we're castigated for politicizing it.
We're the callous ones. We're the ones who don't care about the children. We're the ones who are all about the political when they're the ones who brought the political thing up in the first place.
Well, yeah, and before the cleanup's even done, you have Hildebeest tweeting about how we need more gun control. I mean, it's just.
I haven't heard that before. That's delightful.
Wildebeest, you like that?
Yeah, that's good. Oh, sorry guys.
No,
We gotta
I
go.
feel like that's a slight to the wildebeest out there that have got to be offended by that.
Yeah, I do apologize to all the wild wildebeest on the savannah. That was grossly unfair to you.
All right, guys. I'm taking my kids shoe shopping. Thanks for having me on as ever. I will see you guys next week.
All right, Matt, you have a good one.
Dude.
All right. So I guess at this point, you know what? I am going to go ahead and let's
do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Give it.
Let's do a giveaway. I want to give away one of my wonderful Budget Guns and Gear Reviews hats. So let's give one of these away to the first person who answers this. Guns first appeared in what country around 1000 AD? First person on either YouTube's or gun channels that answers that wins a hat.
So this is a local place you went with? You said you drove over there and got your hat and shirt?
Yep, it's a local place I went with. Rich White, you get it. China. First appeared around 1000 AD in China. So Rich White gets a hat. Let me write that down.
But that's where the guns are from. Your hats are made in USA, it sounds like.
Yeah, my hats are made, they have they are. I'm sure the hat itself is probably made in China or Vietnam. Nope. Yes, much like guns, this hat first appeared in China too. But I have a local guy just across the street and down a little bit, about a block down, who does this stuff. So he made this for me, and we'll be doing some collaborations on some more T-shirt designs here shortly. But that was Rich White who gets a hat.
I think hats are a good one for getting the word out there, because so many people, when they're shooting, will flip them around, and then you get a picture of somebody shooting, and then your logo's right there.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. For those of you who do not win a hat, I will be selling these in the very near future. Just FYI. I think these hats, they are a Port Authority hat, have a Velcro back adjustment. I think I'm going to sell these for like $15-16, something like that. I'll have them on my website when I get around to integrating a shopping cart in there. So let me turn the camera off. Mark that question off too. All right. Well, speaking of counterattacks, looks like Rand Paul is going on this as well, on the counterattack. Piece by Breitbart. Rand Paul, it's time to say we're not going to leave our kids defenseless. During a May 18th Fox News appearance, Senator Rand Paul, Republican Kentucky, said it's time for Americans to take a stand and say we're not going to leave our kids defenseless. His comments came in the wake of the shooting that killed at least 8 at Santa Fe High School. Paul said, "Why don't we say it as a country? We're not going to leave our kids defenseless. We're going to defend them." He also spoke to Hollywood celebrities who react to a high-profile firearm-based crime with calls for more gun control, saying every Hollywood actor that hates guns has armed bodyguards defending them. So they hate guns unless the guns are defending them. Paul's call to protect our children is reminiscent of President Trump's response to the February 14th Parkland school shooting. CNN reported that Trump responded to Parkland by saying that a gun-free zone to a maniac, because they're all cowards. A gun-free zone is let's go in and let's attack because bullets aren't coming back at us. Trump said adopting a policy where 20% of teachers were armed would reduce or eliminate the perception of weakness, making schools a riskier target to strike. So I guess, in a way, we do have the usual suspects doing the usual things, because, we have the lefties calling for gun control and the people on the right calling for more defense of our schools. That's kind of been the default positions. Clint Torres says Rand Paul's not really a Republican. He makes too much sense and isn't a cuck. Okay. But as I said, it's unfortunate that if you're on the right side, quote unquote, meaning the political spectrum, not necessarily correct, although I do believe it is mostly correct. If you're on the right side of the equation, you have to go on this counterattack as opposed to, to defend against what the left is absolutely going to do. I'm not sure that Senator Paul has anything concrete in mind. The article didn't go into any specifics. It's time to do something. So, I guess both sides are saying do something. They just disagree heavily on what to do.
Yeah, and that's their go-to. It's never about, a solution. It's always about making new laws. I have never seen a gun law actually prevent something like this. And it's disappointing to see the first things out of their mouth. It's not even, condolences to the family, or it's gun control. It's new gun laws. It's banning things. Like that would ever stop these episodes.
Well,
they
the thing about it that just gets my goat is the lack of decency involved in it, because quite literally there are people still laying on the ground and they're up on the stump making their speeches. It disgusts me. Always has. And yet, as I said before, we're the callous ones, we're the heartless ones, we're the ones that don't care. But meanwhile, they're heeding old Rahm Emanuel's advice of never letting a tragedy go to waste. It makes me sick. Absolutely makes me sick. Speaking of making me sick, another piece in Breitbart: celebrities blame Republicans for Santa Fe school shooting. Go F yourselves. Within hours of the Santa Fe, Texas high school shooting, celebrities took to Twitter going at the NRA, demanding more gun control and mocking condolences of prayer. For example, when President Trump tweeted condolences based on limited information available in the shooting at the time, Kathy Griffin responded by tweeting, "Go F yourself." 1 minute later, she tweeted, "We can't back down no matter what. The NRA has won in the past because we always move on with our daily lives and they don't. They focus on their agenda." Holy shit, that's rich. Really? You're saying something about somebody focusing on their agenda when before there's even everybody's cleaned up, you guys are out there on the stump focusing on your agenda? You hypocritical, rotten. I got to remember, I want to try to keep this PG-13. Judd Apatow says the NRA owns you. You don't take simple logical steps to save lives because you want their money. You're an evil man. Yet Hollywood's absolutely okay with taking money and making money on the backs of the public who wants to see entertainment involving firearms. Yet on the one side, yet on the other side of their mouth, they want to say guns are bad and only people who are rich should be able to have protection for themselves. Vice President Mike Pence tweeted his condolences, pledging his own prayers and the prayers of the American people. Michael Ian Black responded. Who the hell is Michael Ian Black? Go F yourself. Gun control activist and actress Alyssa Milano said the gun lobby and gun manufacturers value profit over lives. Hashtag no NRA. More dead children. We can't continue this madness. We are done. We're done with the NRA didn't pull the trigger spin. We're done with your pity, thoughts, and prayers. You flooded America with guns. The gun lobby and gun manufacturers value profit over lives. Wow, these people are just crazy. Ted Cruz and his wife Heidi responded quickly to news of the shooting by making clear that they were praying for all the students and first responders at the school. Julianne Moore demanded NRA-backed Republicans be voted out of office. And on and on and on. It's the usual suspects. Morgan Freeman, Andy Richter, Rosie O'Donnell, Cameron Kasky, James Gunn, Jared Leto, Mark Hamill. Oh, it's I knew he was a moonbat, but it pains me every time I hear that. Oh, well, Luke was a whiny bitch anyway. David Cross, David Simon, Kumail Nanjiani, Elizabeth Banks, Bo Williamson, Adam McKay, John Leguizamo. Wow, how many movies have you been in, John, where you've been blazing away with full auto guns? Josh Gad, Bette Midler, Billy Eichner, Mia Farrow, Patton Oswalt, and on and on and on. The list of hypocrites is apparently endless. To paraphrase Doc Holliday, their hypocrisy knows no bounds.
Michael Ian Black was on the cult favorite The State and Stella. And of course, guess where he was born? He was born in Chicago, Illinois. What is that?
Oh, yeah. Well, because, gun control works so well in Chicago. Nobody ever gets killed there. How many is it this year?
More than I can count.
Clint Torres says,
called Hey Jackass. Literally, they do it so people can remember it, I guess. So if you go to heyjackass.com, it's a really well-made website that gives you a running total of just specifically what's going on in Illinois or specifically Chicago. So year to date, 150 people shot and killed, 763 shot and wounded, total of 913 shot, 183 homicides.
But, gun control, right? Clint Torres says, take the liberals' dead children argument away. Tell them it's just an extra late-term abortion. Ooh. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and give away knife number 2.
Giveaways. I love giveaways. They're so fun.
Free stuff.
Free stuff. Yay.
All right. Let's go with pick another winner. Okay. Assuming I get it to work. There we go.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
And the lucky winner is Tactical Swede.
Damn it.
So Tactical Swede gets a Mora knife. Don't worry, Ro. There's 3 more chances.
Trust me, I haven't had good luck this week.
I will be getting in touch with Tactical Swede to let him know. And speaking of giveaways, you know what? Let me give away something else. I have 3 T-shirts up here, designs. You can have one of these if you're an extra fluffy guy like me. I won't be mad. But I'm going to give away one of these to somebody who answers a question. There's this one. You can get it in whatever size, color you want. I don't care. This one, if you get the one that I actually have, is a limited edition one-off because that white background was not supposed to be there. That was supposed to be transparent, but I sent the guy the wrong dang file. This was supposed to be that silver outlined letters on black, which really would have showed up well, I think. But there's that design, and then there's this one that, well, just kind of fits me right. More snacktical than tactical. So I'm going to give away one of those 3 designs to the person on either Gun Channels or YouTube who comes up with the answer to this question first.
Maybe I should jump out. Sorry. I had to jump in and say that just because it's funny.
Let me see. Let me find a good question here.
42.
John Moses
not
Browning.
The answer. That's not the
John
answer.
John Moses
either.
Browning. There we go.
Dang it! Let me find a good one. I thought I had these lined up right. All right. I'll get there. Really, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a thing while you're doing that? I've been looking at stuff here as you've been chatting.
Go ahead.
So, somebody in one of those comments from a movie star or whatever said that something about the gun lobby. It's time for the gun lobby to blah, 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 or whatever, the gun lobby. So I'm assuming that means the gun lobby spending money to influence politics. So if you look at it, this source says, I don't know what gun rights, or I mean, what opensecrets.org is, if it's right or left or in between or an extremist or not, but it's just a source I found looking at Google quickly. It says that in whatever year this was, 2018, the entire gun rights, whatever, is going to spend 2 million. Let me go back to 2017. So 10 million. They're saying the total last year was 10 million. The biggest one would have been 2013. So let's take a look at 2013. The most we ever spent would have been in retaliation of the Obama stuff, and that was reported 15 million. And you can see where it all goes. Now, I'm super excited to see that the National Association for Gun Rights spent 6,700 in lobbying that year, or 6 million, because they get quite a bit of income. So it's good to see that a good portion of that's going back to actual lobbying. So anyway, $15 million from this source. If we go over and look at the gun control lobby from the same website, it'll say that the gun control lobby spent 2 million. So it seems like we're outspending them. Ooh, look, 15 million in 2013 to 2 million in 2013. And if you look over here, they're going to say, this is a CNBC source that said the gun interest. So look at this. Since 1989, the gun interest have given about 41 million. So they have to say since 1989, and this is an article in 2018. So it took, since 1989, gun rights have only given 41 million to candidates directly. And then they say, but another 48 million in the last 2 years, or in that particular 2-year segment alone. So I don't know if those numbers completely add up, but that would be a way to, to validate if they're going to suggest something like 48 million in 2 years. That's 24 million. Actually, that's quite a bit more than this 15 that it suggests here. So it's maybe somewhere between 15 and 24 million. So now let's go to Wikipedia and see where that might actually show up. Lawyers are somewhere around 336 million, so 336 million. Labor, construction, defense is 1.2 billion. Ideological single issue, I'm guessing that means a nice way to say abortion, is 1.5. Other is 2.2 altogether, right? Transportation alone is 2.2 billion. There's in the top 5, there's the millions that gun control may or may not, gun rights may or may not have spent in the last, however, is dwarfed by a single year's worth of health or business or energy. So it's ridiculous that they're going to use as a justification for their position that the firearms industry has any influence at all on anything other than a particular election here and there. And again, if you count the amount of money that could possibly be spent by the gun lobby, it's dwarfed by if that person has any influence by health. Again, any of the things in the actual top 15. The best projections ever, the most outrageous projections, are that they spend $24 million a year. Lawyers, the lobbyists themselves, spend $336 million, and they're number 13 in the list. It's ridiculous. It's absurd, and it's a distraction to suggest that the gun lobby has any influence in Washington, D.C.
Well, I wonder what the numbers actually look like now since, say, 2014, 2015, since Bloomberg stepped into the arena with his, well, more specifically, since Bloomberg's wallet stepped into the arena. I'm sure that they're outspending us by a large margin now, just based on Bloomberg alone.
This says, according to this little charty thing here, if it's accurate, I don't know what opensecrets.org is, but they do show the influence of Bloomberg, I suspect, right here. And yeah, they kind of do break it down right here. Brady campaign, 250 mayors against illegal guns. That's definitely Bloomberg, 1.7. This was 2013 and one of the higher years, but I suspect if we go to one of these more current years, it's going to be a reflection of the same thing, right? Everytown. So he changed his name to Everytown, but we all know that that's the same funding. Americans for Responsible. It's basically all from him. And okay, how much does this guy actually have? How much does Bloomberg actually own? $53 billion. $53 billion. He spent someone like 1.6 million. If he honestly gave a darn about gun control, in 2016 he spent if this all came out of his checkbook, 1.6 million. What was that? 2016. In 2016, the entire gun control lobby was 10 million. What's 10 million compared to 53 billion? Has anybody gone to school? That's like 10 cents to them. That's like literally a $20 bill. So if he wanted to totally outspend the entire gun industry, I think there's probably a way to figure out using just plain old math what 10 million is to 53 billion. I suspect it's going to be like $25, really. So it's like he could, with his spare change, outfund us. This is a deliberate attempt at something. There's something going on. There's an agenda behind it. Maybe it's just popularity. Maybe it's more nefarious than that. But you'd have to spend a lot more time paying attention to what he spends his money on. But for somebody that has conservatively 53 billion, who cares if it's 1 billion? This is still not a significant number of his money that he's spending on gun control. And to wipe us out, to literally remove guns from this country, he would only have to increase it times 10, which would still be not even a significant. He wouldn't notice that in his accounting. He pays more for that in airplane gas, probably.
Wow, that's depressing to know that to the guy that a lot of us view as the boogeyman, we're kind of an afterthought.
Insignificant. It almost illustrates that we're not even in his sights, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
A little bit of effort, he could wipe us out in a year. He wouldn't. Maybe he knows that would take out the country, that it would destroy the country into rubble that he has created that wealth in. And then, of course, it protects the other countries where he made the rest of his wealth.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't want to shell out the amount of money it would cost to do something like that.
You can't have any perspective of what $53 billion is to think that he even can consider spending $10 million. That's nothing, dude. $10 million to $53 billion.
Well, there's always a bottom line. So, he can shell out maybe 1 or 2 million, hell, maybe even 5 million if you wanted to. But the higher you go, the more interest you put into it, the more interest you have to have in what you're investing that money into. And I just don't think that he wants to invest, billions of dollars into gun control, because you don't really make that much from gun control as far as, return.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and give one of these shirts away. The Smith & Wesson Model 3 was used by what famous U.S. lawman?
Did I win? I guess.
You're close enough, Ro. It's Wyatt Earp. Absolutely right.
All right, now pick another question and give the shirt away again. I just wanted to answer.
All right. The difference between machine guns and autocannons is the diameter of the projectiles, with autocannons using calibers larger than what diameter?
Need to get the Jeopardy noise.
I know, right?
Or whatever that game show was.
So we'd probably get a...
You can go to the YouTube creator thing. Down at the very bottom, there's a place where they got a bunch of free musics, and there's probably something in there that kind of sounds like that.
Yeah, there probably is.
And then they don't want...
You guys are still off. We got 2 centimeters, 0.5, 20, half an inch, 60 millimeter. Nope. You guys are off. 1.5 inch. What's that translate to in millimeters, Matt Davis?
Hold on. Let me jump out because I know the answer. I'm kidding, by the way. I won't do that.
Rich White, 12.5 millimeter. Nope. I might have to...
Clint said 20 millimeter. Did you already say that one?
Yeah, nope, that's not it. 38.1. Nope. Come on, man. You'd have thought someone would have Googled it by now.
Am I close?
Nope, not 25.5. Nope. 15 is real close. $38's not it.
It's got to be 42.
17's close.
It's got to be 42.
No, it's not 15.1, Ro. This ain't The Price is Right, man.
Damn it.
Clint Torres wins it with 16 millimeter.
There.
Just let me know. Let me know which one of those shirts you want and in what size, and I will send one out to you.
Congrats, Clint.
So did you have to literally buy the shirts, or do you have like a thing where you tell him the sizes and he'll make them up for you?
No, I'm spending my dime.
Did you already buy like X amount of this size and X amount of that size, or is it like you have a
No, not yet. If you want one of these in whatever the hell, extra fluffy. What size do I have them in? I got these in 4X. So if you take a 4X, because I was planning to wear those ones, but I have no problem ordering you one in your size. So anybody that, if you decide you want one of these are going to go up on the website too, by the way, eventually, when I can get around to integrating a shopping cart in the next near future. I think I'm going to sell the shirts for like $22.
If you don't want to go to all the trouble of a cart or pay for a cart, you can go, if you have got PayPal, you can create PayPal buttons and then just embed put a picture, embed the button next to it, and it's equivalent of a cart, and then they take care of all your processing and whatnot.
Oh, outstanding. Well, I think I just may have to go that route. That'll get that done quicker anyway.
Yeah, you can always elaborate on it in the future, but then sometimes carts cost something if they're,
Yeah. That, and it allows, the whole protections available via PayPal. So, all right, this is starting to turn into an after-hours show here. But, Clint, just let me know which one of those three you want, and I'll get one out to you. Let's do another giveaway, too, as a matter of fact. Let's give away...
Oh, my.
Let's give away this Ace 2 Tactical Paracord Sling.
I'm jealous.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's
Let's
pretty cool.
give that away. That was sent to me courtesy of ZRS Outdoors. He's sometimes a guest on the show. Apparently, he couldn't make it tonight. But these guys send him these every once in a while, so he had them send them to me. So I'll give you that. And let's see, give a Ace 2 sticker as well. We will send that out to the first person. Go ahead, Night Strike.
No, go for it. Go for it. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Gunpowder, also known as black powder, was a mixture of sulfur, charcoal, and
magic.
it is not sand.
Sprinkles.
Saltpeter, general relativity. Got in by nose. So let's see.
Saltpeter, potassium nitrate. Is it potassium? I thought it was the other one. It might be potassium.
So bananas.
No, a different type of potassium.
You know what? Let's. I'm feeling.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm looking it up because this is interesting stuff to talk about.
Because of its. Let me give away another.
It is potassium nitrate.
Another one of these. Another hat.
No. Yay, more giveaways.
Because of its slow burning rate, gunpowder is classified as a what type of explosive? Low explosive. Roosted, that's you.
Come on, guys. You got this.
I think if I did the math right, $10 million to Bloomberg is about like $5,000.
Well, and when you got that much money, that's chicken feed.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you'd have literally hundreds of millions left over with that 5,000.
You know what? Let me also give. Let's see. I've given away 2 hats. Trying to keep track of everything here. 2 hats, the sling, stickers. You know what? I gotta draw another what? 3 knives. Let's draw a knife right now.
Wait, let me get my pen
No
out. I'll draw.
way. No way.
I'll get my pen out and paper and start drawing.
Next winner of a More Knife Companion in custom leather sheath is Matthew C.
God darn it. Hey, did you see that what he's giving away, Night Strike?
I saw it.
That's handmade, man. That's legit.
That shall not be infringed territory. I'm telling you.
For sure.
That's right. That's right. Let's do one more too. Let's do another knife.
He's feeling generous today.
Well, I'm starting to run out of time, and I want to get all 5 of them given away. I'll save one more knife for the very last. And
come on.
Another knife.
We can't see the phone.
Jelsma.
Go to your right. Go to your right.
Oh, Jelsma. Jeez.
Damn it, Jelsma.
Jelsma wins the next knife.
He does
I
that.
I want to recount.
He does that by cheating or what?
No, he was
commented
on these on my 1,000 sub giveaway video that I did a few months ago to announce the giveaway, and he commented on the thread. He share, subscribe, and comment, and I'm drawing through a YouTube random comment picker. I don't know how well that can become.
Oh, that's like an app?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That. That's not YouTube. Third party.
No, it's not YouTube. It is commentpicker.com.
Cool. I didn't know that. That's a lot faster than trying to like count and then put them in a spreadsheet and then figure out how many times somebody's had a duplicate or whatever.
Yeah, all you do is you go to the comment picker and enter in the URL for the video and hit the orange search button. And what that does is it gets rid of duplicate comments. So if someone comments 4 times, well, they only get 1 entry. And then it randomly picks from amongst all the unique commenters.
Did you check to see if Jelsma is the one who created that software and recommended that app to you? It's all big camp.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. All right. I like to end the show on a high note as far as my the news goes. So those of you who have listened several
times. You want Night Strike to leave then?
What's that? Want Night Strike to leave? No, but I do want to end on with a self-defense shout out. So from May 14th, which was my birthday. So this is a good birthday present. Somebody having the chance to defend themselves. Police robbery suspect in critical condition after pointing gun at armed gas station clerk. Police in Joelton, Tennessee indicate that 18-year-old Gabriel Gonzalez was hospitalized in critical condition after allegedly attempting to rob an armed gas station clerk who is a former U.S. Marine. According to WSMV, 58-year-old Zane Friend was outside taking a break when 3 armed men reportedly started running at him. Gonzalez allegedly had a shotgun with him, but Friend was able to draw his pistol and shoot first. He struck Gonzalez in the abdomen. The other 2 suspects fled when Friend shot Gonzalez. Friend then ran inside to get towels and came back out to keep Gonzalez alive. Oh, what a nice feller. This meant performing CPR on Gonzalez while waiting for first responders to arrive. Gonzalez was taken to TriStar Skyline Medical Center, where he was listed in critical but stable condition. Friend said that he has worked at the gas station 19 years, and this is the first time anyone has ever tried to rob him. Well, sir, good for you. I applaud the fact that you had the ability and the opportunity and the means with which to defend yourself and weren't stripped of it by living in a state behind enemy lines. So hats off to you, sir.
If that was me, I would have done the opposite. But kudos for him for, getting robbed and then going to actually help the dude that he shot. That's pretty.
Well, that's what decent human beings do. I know that that's vanishingly rare today, but he's probably a better man than I, because I don't know how eager I would have been to save the guy's life either, honestly. Even though I'm not, the whole point isn't to kill somebody; it's simply to protect yourself. The guy just pointed a shotgun at you. It'd be understandable human nature to, win stupid games, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? Speaking of stupid prizes, let's give away another hat.
Yay!
Notice how Night Strike dropped out. Oh, I'm not on the channel right now.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
He's lurking.
He's got Google all fired up, ready to go.
Okay, a Winchester Model 1876 was found in the possession of what Apache warrior after his surrender in 1886? Nope, not Sitting Bull.
Damn it.
Not Crazy Horse. Think paratroopers. Oh, Rich White. Rich knows, just doesn't want to say. Or are you giving that as your answer? Well, we got Stealth Hunter on 1000, got just a little bit quicker than Roosted. Geronimo, even though he didn't spell it right, but I'm not an English teacher, so I'm not gonna count. Take points off for spelling. So
I see Grim. Grim has Geronimo.
Where? Oh, nope, Grim got it in first. My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Grim.
Stealth. It was Grim.
So, Grim, I'm going to wear your hat for helping you out.
Grim 90 got it in. So Grim 90 wins the hat. Outstanding. Rich, Roosted, and Grim. You guys are the proud winners of hats.
You should give them stickers.
Yeah, I'll throw some stickers in the package too. You know what, Stealth Hunter? I'll send you some stickers as well, kind of a consolation prize. Let me run all these down. 1,000. Yeah, Grim Rose got your back, right? You would have been robbed. All right. So let me give away the final knife.
Did you see where one of your stickers ended up on my, I don't know, is my camera on?
No, your camera's not on.
Is my camera on now?
Woohoo! That is a awful handsome ammo can.
I had to trim it down a little bit, but
it's strangely attractive.
yes, it's fluffy.
All right, let's pick another knife winner. Let's see.
Come on, roll call 219.
Tactical Swede. Nope, we're not going to pick him again. He ain't getting two of them.
He won already.
So let's pick a different one.
Oh, maybe this is where I'm going to win.
Maybe this one will be Roe.
This is it. This is it. There it is.
Jelsma, you won one already, so I'm not picking you. Man, I think maybe Jelsma did write the software.
Dude, he set this up.
So obvious.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Commander, whatever the heck that is. Caden, you won. So there you go, buddy. I'll contact the winners. That's all 5 of the knives. Outstanding. I want to thank everybody for coming in and watching this tonight. Congratulations to the 5 knife winners, and congratulations to those of you who won stickers and hats and a sling and and the shirts. How many shirts did I give away? Did I just give 1 shirt away? Yeah, I only gave 1 shirt away. Let me get another shirt away. Before we go, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Good question. Well, some of these questions are really stupid. There's going to be 2 answers that I'll accept on this one. Actually, I should make you give both of them, but I'm not going to. The Minier ball was a type of muzzle-loading rifle bullet that came into prominence in what wars? Actually, I'm going to make you give me both of them because the first one's just too easy. So we're looking for 2 wars. Yep. The American Civil War was one. What was the other? Think Charge of the Light Brigade. Give me the American Civil War and this other war in your answer. Nope, so far we're not getting it. Not the Mexican American.
People are out there watching.
We got 12 out there watching right now. Plus 3 or 4 on gun channels. What war was the Charge of the Light Brigade written about? Nope, not the War of 1812.
Get Smeggy to do that for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Do a little jingle. He's out drinking, so you could probably just call him and he would do it over the phone for you.
Nope, not the Spanish Revolution nor the Spanish American. Rich White, the question is, the Minier ball came into prominence during what 2 wars? The first one, obviously, is the American Civil War. So what is the second one that it came to great prominence in? And the clue is the Charge of the Light Brigade. What war was that one written about?
You see what Grim said?
Who? Grim? Crimean, yes. Ding, 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 ding. American Civil War and the Crimean War. Grim 90 gets himself a shoit. Good for you, pal. Congratulations.
I only knew the Civil War, and I was going to try and guess the other.
It was the American Civil War and the Crimean War. So once again, thank you very much to everybody. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I thank you very much for being subscribers, for being followers, for watching my show. You know, without you, I'm just some dude with a camera. Even though I am just some dude with a camera anyway. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I wanted to give something back to you guys. Let me go through the room. Do you guys have anything to add? G? anything you want to add to this? Any final thoughts? Anything you want to plug?
No, thanks for the invite. Glad I could jump in tonight.
Oh, no problem, man. I'm glad you stopped by. Ro, anything you want to add, sir?
Go buy something from gearwebsites.com.
Right on. Thanks,
Go
guys.
buy something.
Free patch Friday. Every purchase gets free patch, no matter what size order. No coupons, nothing. Appreciate it. Thanks.
That's what I'm going to do.
And again, I'm going to say, we, as I always do, I would like to end the show with the fact that we need to make sure that we keep our elected representatives' feet to the fire. We need to make sure that they know who we are and they know what our opinions are. You should have them on speed dial, and they should already know who it is and what you're going to say whenever you call them. Call them, write them, send a telegraph, carrier pigeon, smoke signals, heliograph, semaphore. It doesn't matter. Let them know. Never, ever, ever give up the fight, because you can trust and believe that they'll never stop the attack.